All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, this is how we do this. I have a lot of older videos, so to be honest with you guys, I talked about it prior. I'm going to go over one in particular I forgot to do for my buddy Doug. Now, this is a Nova, as you just saw. I'm going to play the dyno videos first. That's how this works. This combination has changed a lot, and what's funny about the day we had it on the dyno is he was having a fuel pump issue, and I think the day or two after the dyno, he was supposed to get the fuel pump the night after we were tuning it, and then a day or two after that, he was going on drag week. So he finished drag week, and it did go nines a bunch, and he's super happy. But wow, like maybe a bunch of you can identify with this situation. So he had scheduled it. He didn't want to back out. He's like, whatever I can do, I can do. I don't really just want to just throw away the dyno time, etc. Blah, blah, blah. So this car has had a bunch of different combinations. At the time, it had a 6-liter with pistons and rods. Now, there's a funny saying. I'm sure some of you guys have this friend, and I've talked about this friend before many times. If it can go wrong, it goes wrong for Doug. We call it Doug luck, right? So he has tons of problems. He had a junkyard 5.3, I think, at one point, and just had issues, and his turbo exploded, and some other, just everything you could think of happens to this poor dude. And I cannot remember, at some point he had a TH350, and then he upgraded to a TH400. And I think I tuned it with the TH400 in it. I can't remember. It honestly doesn't matter too much because it's a 3-speed car, right? So, and he had the same converter with both transmissions. So let's get back to it. It's a pistons rods 6-liter. I believe it is a Gen 1 billet 7875. I was texting him. He didn't get back to me yet because I was like, I'm going to make a video quick of some footage I found from when I tuned your car on 9/22/19. Can you verify your combination at that time? I didn't hear back from him, so we're just going to play it by hip because he might not remember exactly what was in it this day. So, 6-liter, Gen 1 billet 7875, 3-speed auto, PTC converter. I believe he had some kind of 12-volt or something in the car, obviously an upgraded rear end. It had a fuel pump that was failing, and he had a replacement on the way, a 4303. I think he had an A1000, and I'm like, man, it's not going to go far, especially because he was running a E85 mix. And then we did mess around with this on pump. We had some issues with his boost control. We had some issues with something else, and we had spark issue, blowout. We had a bunch of funny things going on. That's why there's a bunch of middle of the road pulls here, and then these are subsequently like where we left off for him to go to drag week. And so here you can see about 14 pounds made. I wrote 590, it was 588, very close. And then 21 pounds made 733, and that's when fuel pressure fell off a little bit. That must be the 748 pass. I must have just typed it in wrong. You know, obviously this is the record of the pull. And then this one made 688. I'm not sure what that one correlates to. One of them, you know, we were messing around a lot here. So we were trying to run, just for fun, I was like, let's pump it to 26, you know. He was running out of fuel pump anyway. I'm like, the Holley closed loop will catch us. It'll be fine. You'll be fine. Right, guys? Yeah, we talked ourselves into it. So on this one, you can see particularly where the fuel pressure just tanks off bad. And you can see we're getting really close to a fuel pressure limit because flex fuel sensor is going nuts. So it's getting a tiny bit of air bubbles because the percentage is changing a lot. I mean, not a whole lot, but you're seeing the flex fuel amount change simply because fuel pressure is falling off so bad. So where is fuel pressure on here? Whoa, fuel pressure 35 pounds. And then it's just dropping off even worse. Yeah, down to like 28. So the injector, it's using a ton of the injector to try to catch up with this. Yeah, it's using 85% of 1500s. But yeah, so there was a bunch of issues, but he ironed them out. He survived drag week. You got to watch the dyno pull videos. Cool car. Poor Doug has a ton of issues. I was extremely pleased for him to go through drag week with no issues. I was like, this is a worst case scenario for Doug Luck to attend drag week. And I think he went with 2 of his friends, so the 3 of them had a great time. They got like the best case scenario out of that situation. So just wanted to show that it's fairly similar sloppy combo that people see a lot. The horsepower capability is awesome of that turbo. I feel like it could have gone, it made 770 on a hit. I think closer to 30, it would have cleared 800. I've seen a billet Gen 1 go 820-ish wheel, 800, 820 wheel a bunch of times, depending on the combination. So it'd be neat to get him back on, but I really don't think he cares at this point. It is everything he wants it to, and it will make an outstanding amount of power. I think he sent me a personal best pass, and I wanted to include that in the video also, but the car has gone into 9-second range many times. I think it's gone a mid-9, and it's a foot brake car. It's incredible. So, and especially going that fast with Doug Luck is difficult. We got a little floater in here. Anyway, short one. Wanted to get it out. Wanted to show you guys, give you guys something to watch, quite honestly, and give Doug some props for keeping it together on the dyno and keeping it together on drag week. Good job, Doug.